Kira couldn't believe Holly had just taken a sample of her blood. She tried to speak. But before she could get out a single sentence, Holly had already turned around and left. Kira could only hear her speaking to Captain Lincoln outside the door. Her condition isn't very good. Even if we must interrogate her throughout the night, can we do it without using the light? All right, out of respect for Dr. Sims? Kira sighed quietly. Holly had vouched for her, saying that she wouldn't be released on bail. Samuel immediately rebutted Holly. No wonder she was so angry. Never mind. She should be able to keep up with the demands that her condition put on her body for another 2 days. If Holly could find evidence to prove her innocence within those 2 days, perhaps she shouldn't apply for bail after all. Upstairs, Holly entered the equipment room and placed the blood sample she had drawn from Kira's finger into the machine. Now, all she could do was wait for the machine to analyze the various elements in the blood. This would take 20 minutes. At this moment, her cell phone suddenly rang. The call was from a detention center. She picked up and heard a voice from the other side. Dr. Sims? We heard you're at the station and decided to give you a call. We have a patient here who isn't feeling well. Could you come and take a look? Holly immediately stood up. I'll be right there. Even though a forensic doctor and a medical doctor weren't the same, she could still diagnose minor illnesses. She put on her coat and left. She soon arrived at the detention center. This place held suspects who hadn't been tried by the court and some prisoners with sentences of less than 3 months. Kira had just been placed in a solitary cell here. Holly took a few steps forward and arrived at the cell door indicated by the guard who had called. She then put on a mask and gloves, stepped inside the cell, and coldly asked, "Who's not feeling well?" "It's me." An unfamiliar yet familiar voice made Holly slightly frown. She turned her head and saw a middle-aged woman in a prison uniform sitting there with her hands on her belly and an expression of pain on her face. "Oh, doctor, my belly hurts so bad. Can you help me?" Holly was taken aback. Wasn't this woman Poppy Hill, Kira's mother? She had once attended a parents' meeting for Kira in middle school. Holly immediately walked over and asked with concern, "Auntie, what's the matter?" Poppy was suspected of perjury, but as the case wasn't severe, she had been sentenced to 15 days in detention. She grabbed Holly's hand and said, "My belly hurts so badly." Holly immediately reached out to touch her belly, not daring to underestimate the situation. "Is it here? I'll take you to the hospital." "Oh, don't touch me. It hurts so much." But Poppy looked around with a pained expression and said, "There's no need to go to the hospital. I just have a cold. Officer, can you take me to a solitary cell? My moaning and groaning here is disturbing everyone's rest." Holly immediately nodded. "Okay." Just as she was about to help Poppy out, someone else in the room suddenly yelled out, "Oh, my belly also hurts so bad. Officer, can you also take me to the solitary cell?" The rest of the inmates immediately laughed. "My belly hurts as well." "Hey, but I'm different. I have a headache. Can I go to the single ward too?" Holly was speechless. She frowned, about to say something when someone looked over at Poppy and said, "We all eat the same food, but how come you're the only one who got sick? It's been 5 days inside, but you've been sick for 4 of them. Are you more delicate than the rest of us?" Another prisoner spoke up. "How come in our ward you're in such pain, but the moment you get to a single cell, you're fine and snoring away?" Holly frowned, realizing what was going on. Instantly, she looked at Poppy. Poppy's face instantly turned stiff, and then she wailed in despair. I really don't feel well. Holly clenched her jaw. I'll take you to the hospital then. If the tests show that you're okay, and it's all an act, I'm afraid you'll have to stay here a few more days. At these words, Poppy suddenly became nervous. She didn't want to be locked up here at all. In here, the cellmates either farted or picked their feet every night. They also slept in all kinds of crazy positions. On her first night, she couldn't sleep at all due to the noise. So she thought of a solution. But wouldn't it expose her if she went to the hospital? Poppy gave Holly a pleading smile. I don't need to go to the hospital. It's just a minor illness. I can take it. I'll live. Holly knew it. And? Are you faking it? Poppy ran to her bed, lifted the blanket, and crawled in. Hey, what kind of language is that for a little cop? How was I pretending? I just had a stomachache, and now I'm better. What's wrong with that? You won't let me recover from an illness? Holly was frustrated. The female prisoner next to her cursed. You really have thick skin, you old rogue. You're tricking people? However, Poppy retorted, what was that compared to my daughter? I'm nothing compared to her. That little cheated me so badly. She'll die in misery? Just thinking of Kira made Poppy grind her teeth in hatred. Who would have thought that the girl she tried to turn into a good for? Nothing was Dr. South. Holly only found these words irritating. With her jaw set, she closed the jail door and quickly went upstairs. Soon, she had her hands on the latest blood test report. Upon seeing the data, her face darkened. The iron content was normal. Kira wasn't anemic at all. Liar! In that instant, Holly trembled in anger. She went straight to the interrogation room downstairs and threw the blood report at Kira. Kira, do you enjoy tricking me time and time again? Kira didn't look at the test results. Instead, she sighed. I'm not anemic now, but give it a few days. She had wanted to say that earlier, but Holly left without even hearing her out. The anemia Kira experienced was strange. Each time her period came, a large amount of iron was lost, so iron supplements needed to be taken every month in advance. As long as she didn't bleed on a regular day, her iron content was normal. After visiting many hospitals, she was finally diagnosed with a rare genetic disease. Holly clearly hadn't heard of such a thing and found it laughable. Do you think I'll believe the crap you're saying? Kira, can you at least come up with a better excuse when lying to me? Kira tried to explain weakly. I didn't lie to you. You didn't lie to me. I've studied medicine for years and never came across a case like yours. Kira clenched her jaw and fell silent. Her disease situation was indeed odd, and it was normal for Holly to be skeptical. Any further explanation would be pointless. Seeing that Kira had fallen silent, anger surged within Holly. Captain Lincoln by her side said, Dr. Sims, she's been like this all night, not saying a word. Let it go. I'll have someone take her back to jail. Otherwise, our people will have to stay overnight, and we won't get anything out of her anyway. Before he'd even finished speaking, Holly yelled angrily. You guys go? I'll stay up with her. I want to see how many more preposterous lies she will tell. Captain Lincoln fell silent. He cleared his throat. All right, we'll go get some sleep. If she confesses to anything, call immediately. After the group left, only Kira and Holly were left in the interrogation room. Holly sat across from her, staring at her. Why did you lie? Why did you apply for bail? Is it because all those doubts you mentioned don't exist at all? You're just using me, hoping I testify that you're not the murderer. Kira said, Don't worry. I won't agree to bail within the next 2 days. After that, she would need treatment. Holly was taken aback. Her eyes brimmed with tears. Do you think saying that will make me forgive you? She turned away, wiping the corner of her eye. Kira didn't speak anymore. The night had deepened. Whether it was the impending menstrual period or the lack of rest late at night, Kira felt a dull ache in her head and a mild pain in her lower abdomen. She stayed up all night like this. By the next morning, Kira began to feel increasingly dizzy. Damn it, lack of rest accelerated her period, and she started to become anemic. Holly hadn't slept all night and her mind was in chaos. As dawn broke, she glared fiercely at Kira. Just as she was about to say something, she noticed Kira's pale face devoid of any color. Holly abruptly stood up, panic-stricken. Kira, what's wrong with you? To listen to the full audio series, install the Pocket FM app now.